Welcome back to the channel. The 1988 US nickel, often considered an everyday piece of pocket change, holds more than just monetary value. It's a small but enduring piece of history, a coin that serves as a window into the past and carries the potential for mystery, rarity, and even significant worth. While it may not immediately strike you as a treasure, there's much more to the story of the 1988 Jefferson nickel than meets the eye. From its design to its production details and the allure of potential minting errors, this coin is an understated gem of numismatics. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it replaced the Buffalo nickel and has featured the iconic profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, on its obverse side ever since. Jefferson, known as the principal author of the Declaration of Independence and a visionary statesman, is a fitting symbol for this widely circulated coin. Schlag's design was chosen through a national competition and became an instant classic, with only minor updates to the design over the years. On the obverse of the 1988 nickel, Jefferson's left-facing portrait is rendered with precision and dignity. Above his head, the words, "In God We Trust," are inscribed, a hallmark of American coinage and a testament to the nation's values. To Jefferson's left, the word "Liberty" appears in flowing script, followed by a star, and the year, 1988, is positioned to his right. Below the portrait, the subtle initials, FS, can be seen, paying homage to Felix Schlag, the designer whose work has stood the test of time. Turning the coin over, the reverse side showcases Monticello, Jefferson's stately Virginia home and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The architectural details of Monticello are captured beautifully, with its symmetrical design and classic dome prominently featured. Above Monticello, the phrase, "E pluribus unum," translates to, "out of many, one," symbolizing unity and diversity. Beneath the image are the inscriptions, Monticello, and 5 cents, while the words, United States of America, curve around the bottom edge. This design is both functional and artistic, encapsulating the essence of Jefferson's legacy and the era in which he lived. The 1988 nickel was minted in two primary locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia bear no mint mark, a tradition that lasted until 1980 when the P mint mark was introduced for other denominations but excluded nickels until 1981. Meanwhile, the Denver minted nickels feature a small D to the right of Monticello on the reverse side. These mint marks, while seemingly minor details, are of great interest to collectors, as they can influence a coin's rarity and value. The production numbers for the 1988 Jefferson nickel are impressive, reflecting the high demand for this essential denomination in daily transactions. The Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 652 million nickels that year, while the Denver Mint contributed around 731 million. This combined total of nearly 1.4 billion coins makes the 1988 nickel relatively common, ensuring its widespread presence in circulation even decades later. The composition of the 1988 nickel is another aspect that adds to its appeal. Since 1946, nickels have been made from an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This combination gives the coin its distinctive silvery appearance and exceptional durability, allowing nickels from the mid-20th century to remain in remarkably good condition even after years of use. Despite rising production costs, this composition has remained unchanged, making the nickel unique among U.S. coins. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1988 nickel lies in the potential for discovering minting errors or variations. These errors, often the result of mishaps during the production process, can turn an ordinary coin into a highly sought-after collectible. Error coins are rare by nature, but when they do surface, they often fetch significant premiums in the numismatic market. For the 1988 nickel, collectors have identified several types of errors to watch for. Off-center strikes. These occur when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly aligned during the minting process. The result is a coin with a portion of the design missing, creating a visually striking and valuable error. Die cracks and chips. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can develop cracks or chips, leading to raised lines or irregularities on the coin's surface. These errors can be subtle or dramatic, depending on the severity of the die damage. Doubled dies. A doubled die error occurs when a coin is struck twice with slight misalignment, resulting in a doubled image on certain parts of the design. For 1,988 nickels, collectors often examine areas like Jefferson's profile, the inscriptions, or Monticello for signs of doubling. Clipped planchets. Sometimes, a portion of the metal blank is missing before the coin is struck, resulting in a curved or irregular edge. These errors are easy to identify and highly collectible. Wrong planchet errors. In rare cases, a nickel may be struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a penny or dime. These anomalies are particularly valuable due to their rarity and novelty. For most 1988 nickels in circulated condition, their value remains at face value, 5 cents. However, high-grade examples that have been preserved in mint condition can command higher prices. Coins graded as MS-65 or higher, mint state, with a score of 65 or above on a scale of 1 to 70, are particularly desirable among collectors. Depending on their condition and market demand, these pristine nickels may sell for several dollars or more. Error coins, on the other hand, can fetch significantly higher prices. For example, a 1988 nickel with a prominent off-center strike or a clear double die error could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its uniqueness and overall condition. Auction results for such coins often surprise even seasoned collectors, highlighting the allure of these unexpected treasures. To uncover the hidden value of a 1988 nickel, collectors recommend closely inspecting coins with the help of tools such as a magnifying glass, loupe, or microscope. Good lighting is essential for spotting subtle details like die cracks, doubling, or other irregularities. Reference guides and online resources can provide valuable insights into what to look for and how to evaluate a coin's condition. Beyond its monetary worth, the 1988 nickel holds historical and cultural significance. It represents a piece of America's economic history, a connection to the life and legacy of Thomas Jefferson, and a testament to the enduring artistry of Felix Schlag's design. For collectors, the thrill of discovering a unique or high-quality coin is a reward in itself, offering a tangible link to the past. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone who simply enjoys exploring the world of coins, the 1988 Jefferson nickel has much to offer. Its timeless design, fascinating history, and potential for hidden treasures make it a compelling subject for anyone interested in American coinage. So the next time you come across a nickel in your change, take a closer look. You might just find a piece of history worth far more than its face value. What if that simple 5-cent coin sitting in your jar, your wallet, or your pocket is worth far more than its face value? You probably wouldn't think twice about it, right? But today, we're going to uncover the secrets of the 1979 US nickel. Is it just another coin in your collection, or could it hold hidden value beyond what you ever imagined? And what about rare error versions of this coin? Could you have a tiny fortune hiding in plain sight? Stay with me as we dive deep into the world of the 1979 nickel. The answers might just surprise you. Before we start looking for that potential treasure, let's take a quick trip back in time. The Jefferson nickel, the coin we're talking about, has been around for a long time. It was first introduced in 1938, replacing the beloved Buffalo nickel. Its design, one that featured the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, was chosen after a nationwide competition held by the U.S. Mint. The design was created by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor, and it has remained largely unchanged to this day. Jefferson's portrait on the obverse, or front side, is complemented by an image of Monticello, Jefferson's iconic home, on the reverse. The design represents the very ideals of America's founding, a nation built on democracy, liberty, and the spirit of independence. Now, let's talk about the year 1979. The United States was living in the midst of a massive cultural shift. The disco era was in full swing, the Cold War was heating up, and the economy was booming after the turbulence of the 1960s and 1970s. In the late 1970s, the U.S. Mint was focused on efficiency and mass production. Millions of coins were being struck to meet the needs of an expanding economy, and this included the 1979 nickel. These coins were minted at two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. In fact, the 1979 Philadelphia Mint struck around 558 million coins, while the Denver Mint produced about 447 million. That's a lot of nickels flooding the market that year. The 1979 nickel still carries the timeless portrait of Thomas Jefferson that was first introduced in 1938. Jefferson's dignified profile is accompanied by the inscription Liberty and the year of minting. On the reverse side, Monticello stands proudly as the symbol of American independence. But there's more to this nickel than just its design. The 1979 coin, like all nickels minted after World War II, is made from an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This combination of metals gives the coin its distinctive color and durability, which is why nickels from this period often remain in circulation for many years. Did you know that, despite its low value, the cost to produce a nickel has been steadily climbing? In fact, it now costs more to mint a nickel than the coin is worth. Isn't that fascinating? But it's precisely this durability and longevity that make the 1979 nickel an interesting coin to collect. But here's where things get exciting. What if your 1979 nickel isn't just any regular coin? What if it holds something extra, something rare, something valuable? Minting errors. These can make a huge difference in a coin's value. And the 1979 nickel? It's no stranger to such errors. Over the years, collectors have uncovered some incredible, rare mistakes in these coins. One of the most sought-after errors in 1979 nickels are the double dies. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin doesn't align properly, causing some parts of the design, like Jefferson's portrait or the inscription Monticello, to appear doubled. These double dies can be extremely valuable if they're in good condition. Then there are off-center strikes. These happen when the blank coin planchet isn't positioned correctly in the die, causing the design to be struck off-center. If you find a 1979 nickel like this, it could be worth a small fortune. And don't forget about die cracks. These cracks form on the die and are transferred onto the coins. When found on a 1979 nickel, they can make the coin even rarer and more valuable, but the rare errors don't stop there. It's time to take a look at the mint marks. Mint marks are little letters found on the reverse side of the coin. The 1979 nickel comes in two varieties, the Philadelphia Mint, which sometimes has no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, which has a D mint mark just to the right of Monticello. So, which one is rarer? The 1979 Philadelphia nickel is more common, with about 558 million produced. On the other hand, the Denver Mint produced around 447 million nickels. The difference might not seem huge, but in the world of coin collecting, every little detail counts. Now, you might be wondering, what's the value of these coins today? Most 1979 nickels in circulated condition are still worth, well, about 5 cents. But as you start looking at those uncirculated, high-grade examples, you'll find that they can be worth between $1 and $5 each. But, and here's where things get interesting, rare error coins? They can fetch anywhere from $50 to even $500 or more, especially when they are in mint condition. And the higher the grade, the more valuable they become. If you found one of these rare errors, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than you ever imagined. So how can you spot these rare finds in your own change? Well, you'll want to get yourself a good magnifying glass, some strong lighting, and a coin reference book to start. Look for those double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks that might be hiding in plain sight. And don't forget, Some of the best places to find these rare 1979 nickels are at bank rolls, coin collections, or even flea markets. You never know when the next great discovery is just waiting to be uncovered. But what if I told you that there's something even rarer about the 1979 nickel that hardly anyone knows about? Could there be a hidden treasure that's been overlooked all these years? Stay tuned because we're about to uncover it. Over the years, there have been countless rumors and myths surrounding the 1979 nickel. Some collectors have claimed there were special commemorative strikes, while others have told stories of rare finds being sold for thousands of dollars. But what's true, and what's just a tall tale? One thing's for sure, the Jefferson nickel remains one of the most beloved coins among collectors, and the 1979 version. It's no exception. People are still hunting for these rare coins, fascinated by their history and the possibilities they might hold. So, is the 1979 nickel just spare change? Or could it be a hidden treasure worth hundreds, thousands, or even more? If you find one of these rare versions, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. But even if it's just a regular 1979 nickel, you'll have a small piece of history in your hands. The story of the 1958 U.S. nickel, commonly known as the Jefferson nickel, is a tale that intertwines history, artistry, economics, and the enduring appeal of numismatics. This unassuming 5-cent coin, often overlooked in our daily transactions, holds a fascinating place in American coinage. For collectors and history enthusiasts alike, the 1958 Jefferson nickel represents more than its face value. It is a snapshot of a specific moment in the mid-20th century, reflecting the cultural and economic conditions of its time. But could this ordinary-looking coin be worth more than you might expect? To uncover the hidden secrets of the 1958 nickel, let us embark on an in-depth exploration of its history, design, production nuances, minting errors, and potential value today. By 1958, the Jefferson nickel had been a cornerstone of American currency for 2 decades. Introduced in 1938, this design replaced the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913. The Jefferson nickel was created by German-American sculptor Felix Schlag, who won a public competition held by the United States Mint. Schlag's design featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, front, side, and a depiction of his home, Monticello, on the reverse, back. The coin's design has remained largely consistent, a testament to its timeless aesthetic and the enduring legacy of Jefferson as a founding father and a symbol of American democracy. The 1958 nickel was minted during a period of relative economic stability in the United States. The post-World War II boom was still in full swing, and Americans enjoyed rising incomes, technological advancements, and a sense of optimism about the future. Yet, the 1950s also witnessed significant geopolitical tensions, including the Cold War and the space race. Coins minted during this era serve as small, tangible reminders of the world in which they were created, a world marked by progress and challenges alike. The Jefferson nickel of 1958 was minted at 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Coins produced at the Philadelphia Mint bear no mint mark, while those from the Denver Mint are distinguished by a small D located on the reverse side, to the right of Monticello. In total, over 16 million nickels were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, while the Denver Mint produced more than 168 million. These production numbers are significant, as they influence the coin's rarity and potential value to collectors. The design of the 1958 nickel is a masterclass in simplicity and elegance. On the obverse, Schlag's portrait of Jefferson captures the statesman in profile, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," along the left rim and "Liberty," and the date along the right. The reverse features a detailed rendering of Monticello, complete with its distinctive dome and columns. Surrounding this image are the inscriptions, E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. The coin's design is a tribute not only to Jefferson but also to the ideals he championed: freedom, knowledge, and the pursuit of a more perfect union. One of the most intriguing aspects of any coin is its composition. The 1958 Jefferson nickel was made from an alloy of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a combination chosen for its durability and resistance to wear. This composition has remained unchanged since the Jefferson nickel's introduction, making it one of the most stable features of the coin. Interestingly, the cost of producing a nickel has often exceeded its face value due to the rising prices of metals, a fact that highlights the economic challenges of maintaining coinage standards over time. For collectors, the allure of the 1958 nickel lies not only in its historical and artistic significance but also in the possibility of discovering rare minting errors. Error coins are a fascinating subset of numismatics, and the 1958 nickel is no exception. Some of the most sought-after errors include double die coins. These occur when a misalignment during the hubbing process results in doubled images on the coin. For example, letters, numbers, or parts of the Monticello design may appear doubled. A 1958 double die nickel is a prized find, with its value determined by the prominence and location of the doubling off-center strikes. These errors happen when the coin blank, or planchet, is not properly aligned with the die during striking. The resulting coin features a design that is partially missing or shifted, creating a visually striking and rare collectible. Die cracks and cuds. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can develop cracks or chips, resulting in raised lines or blobs of metal on the finished coins. A 1958 nickel with such imperfections is not only a testament to the minting process but also a unique piece of art. Planchet errors. These include coins struck on improperly prepared blanks, such as those that are too thin, too thick, or made from the wrong metal. A 1958 nickel struck on a planchet intended for another denomination or foreign coin would be an extraordinary find. The condition of a coin is one of the most critical factors in determining its value. The Sheldon grading scale, ranging from poor, P1, to mint state, MS 70, provides a standardized way to evaluate a coin's state of preservation. For the 1958 nickel, coins in mint state condition, those that show no signs of wear and retain their original luster, are particularly desirable. An MS 65 or higher 1958 nickel can fetch significantly higher prices than its circulated counterparts. Proof coins from 1958, struck at the Philadelphia Mint, are another area of interest for collectors. These coins were not intended for general circulation but were instead produced with special techniques to create sharp details and mirror-like surfaces. A 1958 proof nickel, especially one in perfect condition, is a valuable addition to any collection. So, what is the 1958 nickel worth today? For most circulated examples, the value remains at or near face value. However, coins in exceptional condition, proof coins, and those with errors can command much higher prices. A high-grade 1958 Denver nickel, for example, might sell for a few dollars, while a rare error coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The exact value depends on factors such as rarity, condition, and market demand. For those interested in collecting 1958 nickels, the best place to start is with rolls of nickels from banks or inherited coin collections. Searching through these sources can be a rewarding and exciting process, as you never know what hidden treasures might be waiting to be discovered. Tools such as magnifying glasses and coin reference guides are invaluable for identifying rare features and assessing a coin's condition. Once you've found a potentially valuable 1958 nickel, consider having it graded by a professional service such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC. These organizations provide expert evaluations and authentication, giving your coin a certified grade that can enhance its value and marketability. The story of the 1958 nickel is ultimately a story about the enduring appeal of coin collecting. Each coin is a tiny piece of history, a reflection of the people and events that shaped its time. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious beginner, the 1958 Jefferson nickel offers a window into a fascinating world, a world where art, history, and economics come together in the palm of your hand. Could there be a rare and valuable 1958 nickel hiding in your pocket change or coin jar? The answer is yes. From double dies to off-center strikes, proof coins to mint-state examples, the possibilities are endless. So the next time you come across a nickel, take a closer look. You might just discover a piece of history worth far more than its weight in metal.